Hey everybody, how are we doing? It is good to see you all. We are doing things differently. There's no video and no intro video tonight, no outro video. It's just in, have fun, sit back, relax, see how you all are doing. Because that's the most important thing. We're just gonna have fun. So this is basically going to be like the shows we've done before. Shows we've done before where we have no topics. We're just going to sit back. We're going to do some conversations, maybe a couple of polls throughout, things that maybe you thought you can enjoy. There's nothing set. So this is basically whatever's on your mind, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you've got for just a general question. That's what tonight's show is all about. So if you are new to this channel, please do like, share, and subscribe. Please do check out the Weekly Steelchair throughout because that's what it's all about. I can even share screens. We can bring up a bit of classic gaming. Like I can do all this from here, streaming it directly from the PC. So I find out how to do just go live on this fucking thing, which is what I did last night on my phone. So we can do all sorts of stuff with that. I can bring up like my Game Boy emulators. I can bring up 2K on this. I've got other games on here. We can just do like have fun, but it's more or less just conversation, no topics. Just let's just have some fun because that's what the Weekly Steel Chair is all about. So thank you to those that are tuning in, and let's just get on with it. Fun sucks. That's because you, Catherine. That's just because you think everything sucks too. You're an expert at that. I'm only kidding. The only thing I can't do, I'm sorry, is I cannot bring up your comments on stream purely because it's direct from YouTube. I mean, it depends on the person. Fun can suck. So I wouldn't say Catherine's wrong. It's just her point of view. But of course, I do expect everybody in here to do what they're expected to do. So you will like, you will share, you will subscribe because that's what this channel is all about. It's community involvement, community expression. But we still need everybody to jump in and make the strength, you know? So I need everybody to still contribute. So please do. The wrong person, Catherine, is Aaron loves wrestling. Ooh, shade. But yes, I can, of course, share this throughout. This is just a little laugh. The only thing is, though, is because I'm directly on YouTube. Yeah, he's an expert at it. The only thing is, though, is if anybody wants to jump on, I can't let you. I'm afraid I can't let you jump on because there is no invite link on this. So I can't do that. So you guys will just have to do it in the chat. All right. Yeah, Trey Miguel's injured, but thankfully he won't be out long. You don't have to worry about that. He's not out for long. But he is unfortunately injured. Ah well, I might say this on my own point of view. Triple A is better than WWE when it comes to partnership with WWE. All right then. Okay. Or was he... Let's divulge this one. So, Chester, you say that Triple A is better than TNA. No, they won't. Stream Elements, hello, how are you doing? Running the show for me. Quality, let me... There we go. Let me run that in the best quality I can. There we go. 720, because it's the only way if you do it from YouTube directly, it lets you do that. Triple A doesn't suck. The actual reality is Triple A does not suck. Triple A, on the other hand, doesn't know what their intentions are. So it's not that they don't suck. They're just... What is their expectation? What's their goal? You know? Nah, Mr. Iguana is not more annoying than Orange Cassidy. Because Mr. Iguana can actually wrestle. Big difference. And exactly. Catherine, spot on. He's not. Mr. Iguana is not more annoying than Orange Cassidy. Mr. Iguana actually has a character. Something that Orange Cassidy can learn about. In hell. What's up, Carl? How you doing, you big bitch? Nobody in the wrestling world is more annoying than Orange Cassidy. No one. It's not even possible. Like, it's physically not possible to be more annoying than Orange Cassidy. Unless you have, like, lobotomy. Unless you've been lobotomized in wrestling, then you can be more annoying than Orange Cassidy. It's physically not possible. Like, Orange Cassidy is arguably the worst professional wrestler that's ever lived. In fact, it's not arguably, it's a fact. The moaniest wrestler now is proven to be Matt Hardy. All right, Nick. It's Attack of the Balds. We've got Carl and Nick in the chat. It's good to see you. How you doing? Nobody gets so offended. I'm just using the massage gun because I'm a little bit sore. Nobody gets so upset going, what is he doing? I'm actually taking it to work tomorrow, so that might end up in a bad idea. Ugh. I think Ortiz is going to turn on Kingston. Probably. It won't make Ortiz any more exciting, but at least it'll get him away from Eddie Kingston. Put the picture of Deanna down. She's literally right there. Catherine, that bitch would never be allowed to work me. I didn't watch Collision. I didn't watch. I haven't watched any wrestling today. Like, none. I've not watched any. I've actually had a peaceful day without any wrestling. Actually, probably one of the best things I've done all day was not... I've not even seen any wrestling reports. That's what makes this day great. This is a Sunday where I'm free. To quote a great man, I'm free at last. Not really. No, I wouldn't say great, but I'm the great man. But yeah, I've not watched any wrestling today. I haven't watched any wrestling since yesterday afternoon. I'm not burnt out. I'm not burnt out. I just decided, you know what? Today I can do other things. I've done other things today. I've already streamed today. This is my second stream. I have a dream. It involves getting rid of all this shit in wrestling. It'll never happen, but I can only wish. I can only dream. But I'm in such. I've had a mixed day, so I'm just here just to see where it takes me. Put myself on full screen. There we go. But I do encourage people to. In fact, I really wish I could. I really wish I could use a clip from Nick's channel from Friday just to prove a point, but I don't know what will happen if I was to share screen on his YouTube channel. I don't know what would happen. Like, I would have used something I said on Friday just to prove a point for everybody, but I don't know what would happen if I did. Probably get the biggest fucking strike of all time. Who knows? I don't know what would happen. Yeah, I heard the results. Not surprised that they botched Nick Nemeth again. No surprise. Good for Mike Santana. He retained his title. Good for him. What's the point having Nick Nemeth as your referee if he's just going to do that at the very end and botch it? What's the point? It's going to be a weird year for him. Really weird year. The funny thing is, you can't use the signed on the dotted line thing with TNA because it doesn't really apply. But for him, it was weird. I really thought Santana was what? I've already said what I think is Santana. People think I hate Santana. I don't. I championed Mike Santana before he even joined TNA. I had people telling me that Mike Santana wouldn't make it in TNA because he's not in a tag team, and I'm like, really? I'm like, no. When he left, people were like, oh, he'll go to the indie scene. I was like, no, TNA. Oh, he won't make it. He will. He has made it. They've just let him down, which is not his fault. And that's unfortunate. Like, quite a lot of Genesis was weird. I will say this, it was weird. Fernando, this is the same company that had 3 title changes on one particular title in one night. I am more of a TNA fan than anybody on this planet. It's not what I'm smoking. I use this. I don't control my shows based on this. I use this. For once, they actually did something accurate and he retained his title. But there's a lot of shit they did wrong. Weird shit. For one, that moron Shannon Stacks is still the international champion. They gave Tessa Blanchard another win. They used Elijah on this pay-per-view. They gave JDC a retirement match. They had a pointless. They had an absolute pointless intergender match. The Hardys are still tag champs, good because the Righteous are shit. They didn't have a title go back to an NXT talent in Zarya, which is good. Joe Hendry is not a WWE, sorry, is not a TNA talent, but he beat two of them on one show. Mike Santana retained. There was no need for a special guest referee. At least we know, but you can say Tessa should win matches. She's very good. Yes, for a pre-show talent, she is. She's not a main card wrestler. She's a pre-show curtain jerker. The Righteous couldn't get a pop if you gave them any effort. They're not good. Who'll be Santana's first feud for the title? He's already just done it. He's just done his first feud. Kazarian. Go back to what I said on the Impact AMC premiere show. I literally said they won't have time to build up a new challenger if they have Santana win or they have Nick Nemeth win. Instead, they'll just repeat the same thing quickly, and that'll be the first feud, no matter who the champion is. It's exactly what happened. He's going to go straight to Nick Nemeth now, and then after that, wouldn't surprise me if it's Eric Young. Fernando, she was on the pre-show. I'm not talking about controversy. I'm talking facts. She was on the pre-show. And what's worse, she was on the pre-show with a fantastic indie talent, and she was on the pre-show with Indy Hartwell. There's no controversy. It's just facts. The fact that she was on the pre-show and Ryan Nemeth was on the main card tells you a lot. I ain't speaking no controversy. I am just giving you facts, sir. And that's just a fact of life. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. And if that happens, God help us all. I think Mustafa Ali should get back in the world title picture, in my opinion. And he should take it from Santana. I think Nick Nemeth will have another title reign. But I'm expecting Mustafa Ali to win that title. This show meant nothing anyway because the X Division title was not even on the card. Again, thanks WWE. People are not going to believe that, but it's a fact. It was WWE's fault. Oh, he's got visa issues. No. None. Absolutely no visa issues whatsoever. Absolute phony as fuck. I don't think TNA is afraid of controversy. I just think TNA didn't know what to do with her. That's why she was on the pre-show. Which isn't exactly a good thing. We all know wrestling promoters lie, Catherine. I'm just continuing the expose. And for circumstances WWE did tell TNA to put Tessa Blanchard on the pre-show, then you know for a fact that means that TNA have got no spine, no backbone, no strength to do their own thing. This is why this is not a partnership. And yet people love to say this is still a partnership. What was your favorite TNA pay-per-view in 2007? 7? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 2007? 20 Let's see. So in 2007, we had Final Resolution, we had Lockdown, we had Sacrifice, Destination X, Victory Road, Bound for Glory, Slammiversary, Turning Point, Genesis. Hardcore Justice. Um, from 2007. Oh, and Against All Odds as well. Um, Slammiversary was my favorite in 2007. Oh, actually, yeah, it is. And then it's Bound for Glory, then it's No Surrender. Because that's the best pay per view performance by any wrestler on the planet. Well, of the 2000s. It's the best pay per view performance since Bret Hart at King of the Ring 1993. That No Surrender pay per view where Kurt Angle holds all the major TNA championships and he has to wrestle 3 different matches, 3 different types of opponents. Incredible. Really good. Really good event. So yeah, it goes like that. Slammiversary, Bound for Glory, No Surrender, then it's Lockdown, then it's Against All Odds. That's my top 5 in that exact order. Destination X is just outside because of Elevation X. That match brings the event down because they shouldn't have done it. It didn't help the product. All right, James, how you doing? Happy Sunday to you as well, mate. The best one-on-one pay-per-view match main event that TNA had in 2007 was Angle versus Joe for all the gold. That's the best pay-per-view match main event they had the entire calendar year. It was far too good. Far too good. I'm not too bad. It's been a bit of a mixed day, but I'm a lot better at the moment. 05 to 09 were fun. To be fair, even there was some good stuff in 2002, 2003 was some good stuff. 2004 was a real turning point for TNA when they finally got on Spike. Even for 45 minutes, it was still good. But like, it was magic. Looks like James has had a good day. I'm guessing, my friend. Ah, what's happening? How you doing? I'm assuming, my friend, that you beat Villa. Yes, sir, that is correct. That is correct. Everton won. All right, 1-0. That's not a bad result compared to Wolves Newcastle, which is fucking hilarious. Fair play. Let's have a look at Everton's squad. 4-2-3-1, 4-2-3-1. It's funny, they've actually got middle names. I didn't realise Jack Grealish's middle name was Peter. So yeah, I can see why you've actually won this game because you've actually got wide players up against a more narrow system. You really exposed them. Fair play. Barry on the score sheet again. Fucking hell. All right, Maria. The only time Manchester will never be read is if Manchester United just randomly died, which won't happen. Obviously, a lot of the key metrics went against Everton. In that way, they went for Villa, but Everton got the most important metric. That was a 1-0 result. So, well done. Fair play to you, mate. That's a big one. Have you been enjoying the Avengers teasers? As a comic book fan, I must be very honest. No. I think they don't really fit for me. Have I not subscribed to CCIBC TV? Hold on. If I haven't, I'm very sorry. Hold on. Yeah, bowling club. I always knew who they were, but I'm. Oh, I have been subscribed for a while. Fuck, I was gonna say if I not subscribed to them, but I have been. Fuck. That would have been cold as hell. You haven't streamed in a while though. One of these will be back soon. That would have been awkward. Yeah, I think the Avengers teasers is not being great. I think the problem is just like many things, they're just not catering to me. But I'll see. Like I'll give it a bit more time. Like I'm not gonna say, oh, they're all terrible. It's just I'm not there yet. Which is natural. The It Doesn't Matter podcast is doing a Royal Rumble watch along tomorrow morning for Royal Rumble 2000. Who does a watch along 5 a.m.? Jesus Christ. African Cup of Nations, the final is Senegal Morocco. Fuck, I missed that. Alright, go on, Senegal. They're apparently not meant to be teasers, they're meant to be clues. Well, they're not really that fun. Where are the other two musketeers? Just Josiah's at a family event. Temple, he's chilling somewhere. He's probably working. I don't know. I still moments where I like to just be on my own, but obviously those two are still important. Don't worry. What the fuck? But unfortunately, we also have to make a key point tonight. So it has been confirmed officially. No, Maria, he's crap. Yeah, they've not had a lot of good rumbles. Well, to be fair, the last great rumble was 2001. But I think even in around that period, could have been a whole lot better, but they weren't. Oh, why is that on my recommendation list? Fuck off. Last night was Lucha Libre Triple A. Is that their first, like the first actual weekly episode? Ugh, that's just funny. Alan McCoy picks his all-time Rangers 11. Oh, I need to watch that. I haven't seen that yet. But Kit Wilson, I don't know why people are overhyping that absolute weirdo. He's not even that good. Like, I don't understand it at all. I'll never understand it. Oh, Royal Rumble 1992 is fantastic. That's a fact, Dan. That's a fact. Is Conan a sellout? Yeah, Conan's been selling out for years. I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in someone like I have been him when it comes to a man in a top position. Like, he really is a dork. Like, he is a personification of being a dork. All right, who unsubscribed? I saw that. Ugh. And before you ask, yes, I did just punch myself in the throat. Let me just go back onto this. I had to remove some of the songs out of the stream yesterday. I hate when they do that. I'm just listening to music. It's got nothing to do with it. Block it. I've had to remove some things. I hate that shit. Still, over 200 views on last night's show is good. In fact, will this work on my neck? Suppose everyone's about to find out. Ugh. That's actually worked. That's actually worked. I'm quite shocked. I've done a lot of streams over the past week, so I think my throat is actually catching up a little bit, which I'm okay with. Oh, the six-man tag at the 97 Royal Rumble is horrible. Excuse me. Like, I don't argue with that. Like, the 97 Royal Rumble, that one. But even the best events still has one bad match. It's very hard to find one, but they do. It just depends on how you quantify it. What matches would you say had the best build up but just did not deliver? Straight off the top of my head. No, I've not had anything like that, Dan. What matches would you say had the best build up just did not deliver? Straight off the top of my head, Jerry Lawler versus Roddy Piper 94, and then Shawn Michaels Hogan SummerSlam 05. Taker versus Muhammad Hassan. Taker versus Big Show and A Train. Lesnar Goldberg multiple occasions. Angle versus EC3. Angle versus Eric Young. MJF versus Jay White. Chronic versus the Brothers of Destruction. Taker versus Stone Cold Judgment Day 2001. Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton's a good one. And James, you are right. It was meh Genesis in terms of that's why I didn't watch it live, and I haven't watched it yet. I've just seen highlights, and I don't like the highlights. Another one, Motor City Machine Guns in the 2 out of 3 falls match at the last year's Royal Rumble. Horse shit. Any match involving Roman Reigns, Cena versus Randy Orton at Backlash last year. Cena versus Cody Rhodes both times. Triple H versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 18. Evolution versus the Rock and Sock Connection. X-Pac versus Kane. Bret Hart versus Jerry Lawler, SummerSlam 93. Diesel versus British Bulldog. Hogan versus Kevin Nash, every single one. Hogan versus Sting in 97 and in 2011. Rock versus Reigns didn't deliver anything. That's true. Just delivered false hope. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Sting versus Triple H. Yep. Demon Balor versus Roman Reigns. Copeland versus Balor, Hell in a Cell. Cody versus Rollins trilogy. Gunther versus Jey Uso. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. They're all matches with relatively good build-ups by their measures or mine. Some of them are my own that I've actually enjoyed build-ups, and they never delivered. They were horrible. And I do agree about Michaels Hogan. 100% I agree on that. And another one as well, the Hell in a Cell. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. Yeah, never delivered. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'll be honest as well. Sting versus Bret Hart. Good build up. Terrible match. Didn't work. This might sound controversial, but here's another one. Benoit versus CM Punk. Sorry, wrestling fans, but I had to bring that one up. Undertaker versus Kane, the 2010 trilogy. Nexus versus Team WWE. A very rare in-ring misfire because he was Cena Rock WrestleMania 29 should never have happened. That main event should have been Cena Punk. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true. And then you can still have, rightly so, Punk beats Cena. They should never have fucking done it. Rock did not need or deserve to win the title. Oh, absolutely, James. Absolutely. Tell you another one. Good build up, terrible match. Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, WrestleMania 28. That was a disgrace. That was the end of the world title being taken seriously by WWE. That was the reason that when anyone says, no, a year later, Edge opens the show against Del Rio. That's Del Rio's that's his first WrestleMania against somebody who people thought, okay, defends it, then he'll win the title Extreme Rules. Little did we know that was Edge's last match at the time. But at least they took care of that match. That actually was good. Fast forward a year later, that's it. The world title means nothing. It means jack shit. I dare anyone to challenge me on that. In fact, to be fair, the big gold belt lost its value the minute they put it on fucking Cena 3 times. For what it's worth, I do agree with that one, Dan. The WrestleMania 28 match is actually overhyped. Like, if I actually do agree with what you're saying, like that match is overhyped. A year-long build-up. That was built over a year. The second longest build-up to a match. The longest build-up to any match is Hogan versus Sting at Starrcade 97. That was built over 14 months. A 14-month match build-up. Rock versus Cena was what? April 1st. So WrestleMania 27 was it in March? Let me just double check. WrestleMania 27. Because that's when the Rock interference. April 3rd. And WrestleMania 28 was April 1st, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, April 1st. So you've went 363 days. 363 days of building up your main event. The first WrestleMania main event that wasn't for a title since WrestleMania 11. Because to be fair, WrestleMania 26. Actually, no, I suppose like before that, WrestleMania 26, then WrestleMania 11 was the main events without a title. But this main event was horseshit. 363 days building up a title. A run between two successful champions. And then they fumbled the bag. You look at when Sting finally turned. So Sting turned his back on WCW September 96. Yeah, that was another thing as well. The Summer of Punk was weird. Sting did that turn his back thing in September 16th, 1996. Starrcade is December 97. So just under the 14-month mark. 13 months. 13 months and 12 days. $479 days they built up Hulk Hogan as Hollywood Hogan versus Sting. That's the biggest main event fumble of all time because of Bischoff and Hogan and Nick Patrick. I don't blame Sting at all but it ruined Sting and it ruined Bret Hart. Absolutely disgusting behavior. It's all it is for me, my friend. 100%, because I only speak 100% facts. Sting could have been in better ring shape. How? You actually look at Sting's ring shape that match. Sting's actually in good shape. The only thing that goes against Sting, they told him not to do anything. Like, they kept him out of the ring for so long, doing just little things like little brawls, scorpion death drops here and there. But they purposely kept him out the ring to build the Hogan one, like to build the Hogan feud. Sting's last TV match in that entire period, I'm pretty sure, was Sting versus Jeff Jarrett. And that was the end of '96. After that, he was like, I'm done. Bigger fumble. Starrcade 97 are not saving Hogan Goldberg for a pay per view. It's still Starrcade 97. Because Starrcade 97 was the biggest selling pay per view of the 90s. It was the biggest selling pay per view of the 90s. That itself is the problem. You had the chance, as much as I hate Hulk Hogan, you had the chance to use his star power against the star power of Sting, the biggest heel in the business, against the biggest babyface. If that does not fumble, I'm going to say this with great confidence, and people are going to say, okay, now what, you're smoking, but it's not, it's simple truth. If Hogan doesn't deliberately fuck up that match, if Hogan does not fuck up that match, WWE is no longer in business today. It would have been over. Vince McMahon was bricking it for Starrcade. Why do you think all of a sudden 90, like not even like a week later, after the whole Nitro fiasco, and then you get to Thunder, a week after that, who is announced for the Royal Rumble? Check your timeline. After the Nitro main event that carried on when it was out of that, Bret Hart was in that. He actually was part of it. He was brought in because of the Montreal Screwjob. That's why he was there. So Bret technically did have the business. The whole main event was a screw job because it was to get the heat that Bret had from Montreal onto this main event so it would generate more interest. That's what that was actually. So Bret Hart actually does have a purpose. The problem is they fucked it up. They colossally fucked it up. And that's Bischoff booking. Bischoff booking, Hogan politicking, and Nick Patrick not having a spine in his back. The easiest thing was bang, bang, bang. Instead, we get a clean finish on your big baby face. Why did we get a rematch at Super Brawl? Uncensored 98 is what happens following this. Uncensored 1998, then Super Brawl. Uncensored should have been Scott Hall versus Hollywood Hogan for the world title. But no, WCW, colossal fuck up. They used Bret Hart for the referee to bring the power back to WCW, which, to be fair, I actually thought was kind of cool because he gets to beat up Scott Hall, which I'm all for anyway. But if you're going to have the whole thing where Brett gets involved because of the screw job and he's being screwed over, that's why he says on the mic, that already happened once, it's not going to happen again. Very strong words from the hitman. You then screw it up. Like, you proper screwed it up. If Nick Patrick knew what a referee fast count was, a proper fast count, he should have just done it. Do the fast count. Brett comes out, stops the title being awarded, then he punches him, then you get the Scorpion Deathlock in the ring. It's all we needed. It would have been perfect. The money was there, the fan interest was there. If they didn't do that, WWE is in a fucking peril. Because look at what happened between 97, well, December 97 and March 1998. WWE made 3 big decisions. WCW made 2. And only one of them worked. That's the difference between fixing your booking and fucking up your booking. WWE fixed their booking. WCW fucked up their booking. I don't often praise Vince McMahon for some things, but what he did between the end of December and March proved that he was listening and he was actually ready to go, you know what, we are in the shit stick here. We're going to fix this. That's the sort of stuff that the current WWE product can't do. That's the difference between Vince McMahon and Triple H's booking. Vince at times was boring. Nobody's going to say he was always perfect. He wasn't. He was boring. He was bold or carefree at times, a mixture of both. But he at least knew when to pull something off. So let's run through these decisions, right? The 3 big decisions versus WCW's 2 big decisions. Number 1, on a Monday Night Raw, smart booking. Vince McMahon, middle of the ring. Road to WrestleMania begins. So how does he start off? Oh yeah, just to let you know, we have Mike Tyson for the Royal Rumble. Nobody has a fucking clue what Mike Tyson's going to do at the Royal Rumble. But this man's fresh out of prison. He's fresh out of biting Evander Holyfield's ear. Controversial motherfucker. They announced him for the Royal Rumble. Big success. Number 2, you put all your money, your resource, your backing behind the biggest star in the industry. You go right in on Steve Austin. That's 2. Number 3. You bet everything. And even though he was badly injured, he wasn't there to go and he wasn't all that, you bet everything that at the time that Shawn Michaels is going to do business. 3. And if you actually look at it, that match is actually really good. Even though Michaels is not in any fit condition, that match is really good. But there's the importance for you. Tyson, Austin, Michaels. 3 big decisions. WCW, they made 2 big decisions. The first is to announce the rematch for Super Brawl. We're not going to defend the title. We're not going to make another title match at Uncensored. We're going to Uncensored is just going to be a tag match main event. We're going to go and we're going to announce a Super Brawl. We're going to go and announce that Super Brawl Hogan versus Sting, the rematch of the decade. And then Sting wins. So that's one. And the second one, we are going to make the split of the NWO into two factions. Now, which one was a good decision and which one was a bad decision? No, I think the match was good. I actually do think Austin versus HBK is good. It's not great. I think it's good. Hogan, I don't think Hogan was a bigger star than Steve Austin. And that's not me putting my personal preferences aside. Like, I'm a bigger fan of other wrestlers than I am Steve Austin. But Steve Austin is a bigger draw than Hogan ever was. And that has been proven. Again, of course, it's subjective to people's opinion of who they thought was a bigger star or whatever. But for me, Steve Austin was a bigger draw than Hogan. Uncensored was a weird was a weird event. Like, I preferred in between Clash of the Champions. I thought Clash of the Champions in between was better than Uncensored. The only good Uncensored moment was when Sting repelled and then beat up the NWO in '97. That was it. Tyson's involvement for WrestleMania between HBK and Austin actually helped generate, but it's not because Austin and HBK couldn't generate on their own. This was that whole, it's the team effort. WCW weren't like that. If you actually look at the times based on the reports, WCW were in a lot of criticisms. Did you enjoy Shotgun Saturday Night? No. That was a show that should never have been produced. Now, we've used the name on here for a couple of times just for a bit of banter to take the piss out of it, but Shotgun Saturday Night was awful. That should never have happened. That should never have happened in the first place. That was a red flag for Vince Russo booking. Yeah, I don't disagree. Brett at times was a ratings killer, but he wasn't as bad of a ratings killer as Shawn Michaels, by the way. When both of them were heels, they were both crazy draws. Brett as a babyface was a bigger draw than Michaels, but as a heel, I would slightly edge it towards HBK, but Brett as a ratings draw was wild as a heel. Austin's rise to stardom went through the roof in a positive. Oh yeah, it was. Sunday Night Heat was good. Sunday Night Heat was good up until, I would say, maybe 2000. The first 2 years of Sunday Night Heat was good, and then after that, it just went to shit. Because they were like, Sunday Night Heat used to mean something. It was more than just getting talent on TV. They actually did use that to propel stories. Like, they used a lot to propel story, and then they just gave up on it. Hence why you got SmackDown. I think the reason why at the time when you think about it, it was more traditional. Like Steve Austin Brett was great for Steve Austin as Steve Austin was great for Brett. Like, if you actually think about it, Brett put out the best in Stone Cold as a worker and a main event talent. Whereas Stone Cold brought out the best in an attitude change for Bret. And if you look at everything that Bret did, Steve Austin would then go and replicate and then do it on a bigger level. So Bret was the first person to mention that that Vince McMahon was the owner, because at the times they kept that. Everyone knew that he was the owner, but nobody really said it on TV until Bret did. Then Steve Austin kept mentioning, "You're the owner. You're the man that makes all the decisions here." Bret was the first to strike Vince. Austin would then be the first to really. He took it to another level. But it's that kind of attitude that's good. And The Rock was the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they had good attitudes, but they propelled it. So it's not that both Bret and HBK were bad. It's just that what those two did, they really were able to take it in the right way. And I think that's the difference. And that's why if you act like all four are really important to the business in their own ways. And that's what I like. I mean, to be fair, if you I don't think that's a bad thing to say. Savage and Hogan were over. I've got nothing against that at all. I'm not going to argue with that point. But here's the thing. Excuse me. The TV ratings may have been a whole lot more different. That's a fact. But in 92, 93, 94, there was nobody in WWE more over than Bret Hart. He was the person that everybody wanted to see. The only thing about that is they also didn't do certain things by him that could have helped, could have made it more interesting. But I do agree, the likes of Hogan and Savage, it is hard to follow. It is hard to follow, especially Savage. Savage was very hard to follow. Hogan didn't like that. Like, if you actually go back and look, Hogan didn't like that Savage was so over. Why do you think Perfect and Rick Rude never got to hold the title? He wasn't going to let that happen again. That's why people got sick of Hulk Hogan. He was holding people back. They were sick and tired of him. He should have gone in 91. Hogan should have left WWE for good in 1991. He was done. Even before then, he was done. WWE Bret Hart Mania 9. Yeah, that was. You got a 9-minute match. Okay, you got a 9-minute match because Yokozuna's big and heavy. Okay. But what they did after that was scummy. The lying, the way they lied to him and all that. That's. I get obviously the business is ruthless and shit, but there was no need. Instead of telling them, by the way, you're gonna have a long title run, just tell them, by the way, you're holding the title to WrestleMania. At least Brett would be like, okay, I'm prepared. Not on the day of the show. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, we've decided just to put the belt on Hogan. And Bruce Pritchard, you fucking donkey. The amount of lies that man comes out with is hilarious. If anybody could succeed as a president or a prime minister or a leader of a country because of the bullshit they talk, is Bruce Pritchard. Absolute horseshit comes out of his mouth. We made Hulk Hogan the champion just so because it was his farewell retirement tour because he was leaving. Shut up. Shut up, you liar. You made him champion because you're like, oh, we're still riding on the train of Hulkamania. Even though no fan wanted it. No one wanted it in 93. Roddy Piper should have been WWE champion. He would have been a great heel champion. A lot of people think that he said he never wanted to do it, which kind of sucks. But I think he could have had a decent reign. I would have loved Randy Savage as world champion. I've got nothing but love for Randy Savage as a wrestler. The guy was fun. He was controversial. He was exciting. And he spoke everywhere from like the heart. He spoke for the madnesses. Good. The video can now be viewed. I watch it. Again, if you missed it last night, you can watch it. Sunday Night Steelchair. There we go. There will be some cuts in between, but that's normal. After Montreal, what do you do with Owen Hart in WCW? I don't take Owen Hart to WCW. I think Owen Hart was the only one who had sense out of the entire family. Now, I'm not saying Brett didn't have sense. Brett leaving was the right thing to do. If they were going to back someone else and they've got no room for him, then okay. Bret Hart going to WCW, okay. Owen Hart staying was right. The only thing Owen Hart did wrong was join the Nation of Domination. But Owen Hart should have been WWE champion in '98. I hate that they didn't do that. He had so much to gain. Yeah, they just handed him the title. They just gave him the title. There was no need for him to be champion. Hogan did not draw in '93. He didn't draw. I'm actually going to tell you another one. The pay-per-view buy rates for Hogan in 1992, he didn't draw either. Do you know who did draw? Ric Flair, Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Shawn Michaels, Legion of Doom, The Undertaker. Hulk Hogan? No, he didn't. 1991, Ultimate Warrior for a little bit. 1990, Ultimate Warrior for a little bit. Randy Savage, Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, the Texas Tornado. That was your draws. Hogan didn't draw shit in those periods. I think she might end up joining someone else. I can see her joining the Triangle of Madness and changing that faction up a little bit. Killer Kelly should be with them. I don't see any reality where Killer Kelly teams up with Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. It doesn't make sense. But she'll be good in AEW, Killer Kelly. TNA fumbled Killer Kelly. But in terms of what I do with Owen Hart, I actually think Owen Hart should have been the one that ended Steve Austin's first reign, not Kane. I would have still done the Dude Love feud because it's good feud. It gets the champion on a roll. It protects him. And then I would have done Owen Hart. I still would have done Taker, Mankind at King of the Ring, Hell in a Cell, but I would never have done the First Blood until later. You can change the faction a little bit. I think Julia Hart needs to take a break from wrestling. Well, she's take a break from AEW. She needs to go and improve herself because she has dropped off a bit. Put her on excursion to CMLL or Stardom for 6 months and then bring her back. I would change little bits of the Triangle of Madness. If Killer Kelly shows up, if potentially Priscilla Kelly joins, Sky Blue and Julia Hart just goes on their own path and bees a tag team. For me, the new Triangle of Madness, that's what I would do. Speaking of Warrior, was his run as champ really that bad? According to the pay-per-view buy rates, the house show attendance, yeah, they were. From what's been reported, Rick Rude was by far the best he worked with, but you know your champion is not going anywhere when he opens the show at Survivor Series as part of the 10-man tag main events. and he's not the main event. The Perfect Team versus the Ultimate Warriors should have been the main event. Instead, the main event is Hogan's team. Warrior could have had great matches in 1990 with the likes of Perfect as well. Although Mr. Perfect would have ran circles round them, he would have at least had someone. They should have done WrestleMania 7 title versus career. For me, I know they did the title, the career versus career match in Warrior 1, which by the way is Warrior's best match. WrestleMania 7 should have been Warrior's title versus Randy Savage's career. And then Randy puts Warrior over. But they were like, no, we have to get the title off him and get the belt back on Hogan. No, there was no need. He held the title again for another 10 months and then lost it to The Undertaker and then went, nah, fuck this. This kid may be the youngest champion, but I'm not having him hold my title. Fuck that. Oh, he broke my neck. Oh, he hurt me. Oh, fuck, I'm hurt. Scumbag. Oh, my neck. Oh, Hogan hurt. Oh, Taker hurt me. It doesn't work for me, brother. If Vince had balls, Vince should have fired Hulk Hogan this Tuesday in Texas. I'm not afraid to say it. This Tuesday in Texas, 1991, after they got the video back from that match at Survivor Series, he should have fired Hulk Hogan. I don't care if that hurts your company. He should have fucking fired that piece of shit. What are your thoughts on Chelsea Green helping talent from AEW get to WWE? She does the exact same, WWE to AEW, WWE to TNA. Good for her. I've got no problem with that. I actually like what she does. The fact that she said in an interview, if anyone's out of a job, I give them contacts. Oh, they've been fired from WWE, they've been released from WWE, or their contract's expired, they're not getting renewed. Oh, here you go. Here's contacts I know. Call them. You'll get a job. Or you can get a tryout. I love that. The wrestlers seem to be the ones that understand that tribalism is a waste of time. They care about their colleagues. They care about their co-workers. Yes, they're competing against each other, but they also care about their well-being. They care about the health, unless they genuinely don't like you. But Chelsea Green proved that she is the definition of a real one. This is why I like Chelsea Green. I will never say anything bad about Chelsea Green in the slightest. It was. It was a huge disappointment. He should never have been. I don't like Warrior anyway. He wasn't my type of wrestler. But they were like, no. They weren't prepared for Warrior as champion. They were prepared for Randy Savage, and Hogan didn't like it. They were not prepared for Warrior, so they went for Sergeant Slaughter just to get back on Hogan. You can tell the difference between a good champion and a bad champion. 2007 was the darkest year for WWE, despite what happened to Chris Benoit, his wife, and his son. That was straight up stupid by him doing that to himself, his wife, and his son. The darkest year for WWE is not 2007. It's not. Sergeant Slaughter was good for WrestleMania, but not a main eventer. Sergeant Slaughter wasn't even a bad WWE champion, by the way. A lot of people thought he was bad. Sergeant Slaughter actually drew the one thing a heel's supposed to do. That man was a heat magnet. Proper heat. Yes, it was fueled on racism. It was fueled on racism and stupid political issues, but that's how it was back then. But he really drew a heel crowd. But he wasn't good enough for Mania. Are you going to complain about Hogan for the rest of your life? Hogan's gone. I don't care. There's so many things wrong with the wrestling business that is but to do with Hulk Hogan that you could remove in the best ways, but that's a reality. But the person who's already got enough to deal with Hulk Hogan is someone else's Twitter account. Hogan only gets mentioned on my channels when people bring him up. Don't bring him up, I can be happy. I don't like talking about Hulk Hogan. Speaking about him makes me sick. Savage and Brett should have been Mania 9 main event for the title. Do you agree they never even met before in the ring? You sure about that? I'm going to show you something. Let me show you something. Give this match a watch. And then you'll know exactly why that should have been the Mania 9 main event. That match was fantastic, by the way. It's not a long match. It's only 13 minutes. But it's actually a really good one. Do you cancel Raw after the Crippler incident? Yes. Yes. Really. They should never, like, there's so many things WWE did right and did wrong. So, like, the 9/11 SmackDown, that was I actually agreed with that episode. That's a good thing. Because that brings people together at a very harsh time and a difficult time. I agree with that. They should never have had Raw for Hogan. Not Hogan, sorry, for Benoit. And they should never have done... What racism are you talking about with Hogan versus Slaughter? The Iraq War? The Iraq War? That's your racism? A war that should never have started in the first place? They changed venue at WrestleMania 7 because of WWE's active push to go all in on Slaughter as an Iraqi sympathizer. They went so far in on that they had to change the venue because ticket sales... The Owen Hart Raw tribute as well. They shouldn't have done a Raw that night, the Monday after as well. They should have had a week. Over the Edge 99 should never have continued. You're damn right it shouldn't have. It was a fucking disgrace. I'll tell you another one that shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have done Raw in 93 after Andre the Giant passed. He didn't even get a tribute. Not a meaningful one. Which is disgusting. I hated that. I hated that. But yeah, Hogan versus Slaughter, that entire feud is built up on legit racism. Pretty much what happened back then. Your top, like, the top heel was based on a country that the Americans just casually had a fight with. But they always made certain there was things mentioned or undertones mentioned to do it. WCW did it as well. Weirdly, WCW did weird shit like that, which made no sense. The NWA during Prime Flair, they did it too. Flair versus Koloff. American Dream, him too. His best buddy, Nikita and Ivan Koloff, his best buddies. He did the exact same with them. Great feuds. Fernando, do you even know what the Iraq War was started over? That's why. I'm not saying that's the issue. I'm saying what they did to make it certain. Look at all the stuff they did about burning flags. The way they would present talent. It was stemmed on all of that. It stemmed on racial acts. It's the same here. Look what they did in like fucking London for SmackDown. They took the mockery of the Scottish by playing something that the English have got no concept of whatsoever. Fucking bagpipes. It's not racist, but it's fucking stupid. Time and place and reading the room, they're not good at it. They're not good at it. Then again, the Iraq War was totally unnecessary. So was the Afghan War. And I don't talk about that. And I don't intend to. You had no involvement or need to get involved. It's all the US does. You had no reason to be there. And you say you took care of it, no racism. I'm talking about the actual live shows. Not the war, the live shows. They were. They were unnecessary. Just like every time America goes to war with a country in the Middle East, we shouldn't be getting involved. But we do. Which is ridiculous in the first place. Then again, war is the reason why this world will never get better. And I say that truthfully and in preparation that I could be killed. Probably should stop talking about that now. Yeah, well, can we start talking about something else now, please? Ask a different question. I got a bad feeling this will not go well. Fernando. First of all, the Japan one wasn't a Japanese wrestler. Second of all, it's the way they portray them. And then the stories from there. There's storytelling. And then there's real world issues. Go back to 1993, Bobby Heenan. Get this guy back to his own country. The greatest manager that ever lived. Rest in peace, Bobby. You've created 9/11. See you later, James. Good to see you. I'm not even going to talk about 9/11 because America fucking created that themselves. They fucking created that themselves. And I'm not even gonna tell you on that one. Nah, I'm not even gonna talk about that. That's fucking nah. We'll end up down the biggest rabbit hole of all time, and it's not gonna end well. As for Billy, yeah, I suppose we did. You followed us into war over Japan. And I'm see if you I don't know if you've just realized, but hold on 1 second. 1 minute. Don't get mad at you. Don't get mad at you. I've just said this. But we do. Which is ridiculous in the first. Just like every time America goes to war with a country in the Middle East, we shouldn't be getting involved. But we do. Which is ridiculous in the first place. I've said it a couple of minutes ago. We shouldn't be getting involved. We should never got involved in the whole Afghan thing in the first place, stealing their oil, which is what that war was about. Oh, they've discovered oil. We can't have that. Oh, yes, that's ours. Come on, man. Who do you reckon could be the newest member of the system now that Dango is gone? Hopefully no one, and they just cancel the faction. The thing is, you look at the faction, and he's not doing anything right now. I would put, even though he's not in the faction right now, and it could affect the whole thing, because he's feuded with them before. I would put Steve Macklin in there. I would put Steve Macklin in there, if I'm being honest. Might not be the right answer, but it's either that or you just close it. Now, there is one thing I do want to share, which is absolutely fantastic because it's about time this guy finally realizes how much of a dork he is. I just want to share one little. Wait for it. It's almost if I was right, mate. I'm sick of being right. What's up, Roy Sheen? How you doing? I don't agree with war in the first place. I don't agree with it being the way to stimulate feuds or start feuds. I don't agree with it. There's no need. Yeah, I saw. He does. I've got nothing against it. The difference is Kurt's not delusional. Unlike the rest of them. Like, he just says what he thinks, what he feels. But the rest of them don't make sense. The rest of them don't benefit. Can try. Although I don't think it's necessary. Hold on. "2015, yes, because that was Russia." It's funny how nobody's touching Ukraine. Alright, Daz. Real world issues is stupid when it comes to wrestling right now. I'm gonna have to try it this way, I don't know. This might be the only way it works. I can try it this way. I can share it directly from StreamYard, because to be fair, StreamYard will behave itself. Okay. Let's have a look. The only thing is, I don't know if you guys will hear it. So no complaining. 97. Let's have a look. Let's see if it works. I don't have it saved on the PC. I'm gonna have to really save it. Okay, let's see. If you can hear it, put a thumbs up in the chat. You can't hear. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I can fix that. Hold on. Don't worry. I can fix it. There you go. What do you mean you can't hear it? Oh, I bet I know why. Hold on. If you say it again, Roy Sheen, I'm gonna put my hand through this monitor and rip your throat out. Just kidding, I won't touch you. This'll work. Oh. You know what? You've had your chance. You've had your chance. Not doing it again. Why am I still screen sharing? There we go. I'm gonna try it one last time, and if it doesn't work, then that's the end of it. Let's see. I mean, if I won't, Diesel will.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Reese Russell. I believe in Reese Russell. Cause I love Scotland and 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 Scotland. They say I believe in Reese Russell. I believe in Reese Russell.
I don't know what's funnier. You all getting giddy. You all getting giddy for sound, or Bella actually moved from her sleep when that went off. I don't know what's funnier. How on earth would I forget that you suck Diesel? Maria, I don't forget things. Do you know who I am? Whack job. Exactly. I don't forget anything. Goodbye. Calling you by your middle name. I don't even know what your middle name is. The next New Japan show's tomorrow. It's called Blue Justice. Roy Sheen, I don't even know what your middle name is. How am I supposed to call you by your middle name? Ah, your middle name's Maria. Well, Roy Sheen, just go choke on some Diesel. We already know how you do it. Like, you're a specialist. Oh, Maria's kicking off. Call the cops. Maria's kicking off. Gimmick infringement. Name infringement. Maria infringement. Quite like that. Maria infringement. That sounds cool. Alright, what am I looking for? In fact, could I connect? Yes. I have an idea. No, disconnect from there. I need to connect it from here. I'm going to try something really bad. When would you have made Mr. Perfect WWE champion? 1989 SummerSlam. He should have won the title from Hogan in 89. After he took the title from Savage. Yes. 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 Let the war begin. Please connect. Please connect. Yes! Ooh, that's a good question. To be honest, I would both of them were just as good. That's my feud for the next 2, 3 years. Trading wins over each other. Right, let's see if this will work. I don't know if it will, but I'm gonna try it. Although I might be going to hell for this one. Yes! Yes. That actually freaked the cat out. I'm definitely going to hell.
Come on! You know Reese has got you! Yeah! One! Break the steel chair down!
Much better.
Break down the steel chair! For those about to lap! I'm what you want!
She's hiding behind my chair.
Baby,
Like
you
a
know you're
psychopath.
Judas and on your price!
You fucking psycho.
Baby, what I got is not from the list! Bring it from the stage and the rage of the place!
You fucking psycho. Are you an Elton John fan? Nah. You fucking psychopath. I'm a fan of Queen, yeah. You fucking psycho cunt. You're a psycho cunt. You fucking four-legged psychotic diesel sucking cunt. Sorry, that's Roy Sheen. Come here. There you go. No, don't fall. Don't fall. Get over here. There you go. You sit there. You're safe. Stop it. Stop it. You're gonna end up getting tombstoned, you stupid cunt. Oh, there you there. You stay. Thank you. You stay still. She's a stupid cunt. Exactly. Be nice to the cat. I'm always nice to the cat. But she caught me by surprise. There you go. I'm here to tell Catherine that she hates woman. She hates woman. A Velcro cat, yeah, sticks to you. Yes, Catherine hates women. Catherine hates women. You can go in the chair beside me, it's okay. She's a nut job, this cat. Genuine nut job. Yeah, Vader's always a good name for a cat. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. You don't like this song, do you? Tough shit. I know that's what he's named after. You told me before. She really doesn't like this theme song, which is absolutely fantastic. Now I can keep it in line. Too bad Abu's not here. She takes after you then, Dan. Celtic face Dundee, whilst Rangers get Stranraer, Queen's Park in the Scottish Cup 5th round. Interesting. Celtic only beat Auchinleck 2-0. Jesus Christ. Roy Sheen, no. No. I had nothing to do with Bella being named, thank you.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Reese Russell. I believe in Reese Russell. Scotland and Scotland.
She fucking jumped. She went fucking apeshit. What? You dozy bitch.
And Scotland and Scotland and Scotland and Scotland.
She fucking. She jumped in the chair up in front of me because of that fucking video. I think it's because it's too loud. She went nuts. All right, right, Bella. It's a video. I'm actually going to move over here just to prove a point. Watch this. Watch this. Camera's down. Watch this. I'm actually going to move it. Watch. Right, there's the keyboard. Edge of my desk. Right, watch this. Bella. Oi. Stay there. Watch this.
And Scotland and Scotland and Scotland and Scotland and Scotland. They say I believe in Reese Russell. I believe in Reese Russell. Say his name and he appears.
She's fucking kicked off. She fucking hates it. Oh, that's made my day. I think we've established what Bella hates on this planet. She hates me getting the self-attention. Oh, that was fun. She's like, fuck this, I'm off. She's like, fuck this, I'm gonna kill you. What is it? What's wrong? Come here. Come on then. Bella. Hey, come on then. Come on. Oi. What? Come on then. Come on then. Oi. Come on then. She's not happy. She's not happy. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. See? It's okay. You're safe. I would never let anything happen to you. Except the cold weather. Can't control that. There you go. It's okay. It's okay. Now, if you don't mind. Thank you. It's okay. Yeah, she's not falling for that again. She's like, it's Independence Day. You bloody invader. That cat looks better than you. True. Don't you squeal at me. You might think you're being a fucking princess, but I'm the boss. She wants princess treatment all the time, and I'm like, bitch, please. The 5-knuckle claw. She fucking wishes. She's a good girl. Or even though she does claim my... This is how much of a riot she wants to be. See that? I had to move that there when it used to go under my back and my neck. Just to help my back. Now she lies on it. She fucking lies on it, sleeps on it, and I can't go near it. She's a vicious bitch. She's like Catherine on a Sunday afternoon. Although, I do have one way to deal with if she misbehaves. She doesn't like my air gun. When I have to clean up like any like stuff between like the keyboard or desk or whatever, like little things, she fucking hates it. And she does, obviously, naturally, she does not like the Hoover. We've been live for 1 hour 54. Wow. Bye. So does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Not the shitty Cody Rhodes crap. I mean, legitimately. Does anyone have any questions? Any topics you want to discuss? But let's... What's on everyone's mind? Let me hear you. Drop some stuff in. And Roy Sheen, no Diesel. Bella's worst enemy. Oh, she's left the room. Catherine, that's disgusting. That's just disgusting. Christ almighty, Catherine. Exactly. Jesus Christ. Yo, hell, Juggalo, how you doing, buddy? No seeing you in a wee while. How have you been? Catherine, you and polite don't go in the same sentence. Nil halftime. Fuck's sake. Yeah, JCW is out on a tour this weekend. You know what? Let's just, say for saying sake, I'll actually bring the second half on and I'll recap it. Let's see. Is it on Channel 4? The only bad thing about Mazraoui is he's shit with a football, but defensively he's so good. Sadio Mane just being like an absolute boss still for Senegal just shows how good he really is. Yeah, it's on Channel 4. Okay, hold on. Hangman's firmly up her arse. 24/7. She loves it. You are correct. They also signed 2 other talents from MLW as well, which is impressive. There we go. Hope so. I think they will. Bada bing, bada. They'll likely go to extra time. That's a disgusting advert. Oh, hell no. Yeah, the Texans versus the Patriots. Enjoy, Catherine. But I am home. Does anyone think that the eBay adverts are just absolute shit? No worries. Just rest up, it'll do you well. To be fair, I might end like if I'll do this second half and then I'll if it goes to extra time, we'll carry on. If it doesn't, then I can bounce. Bye, 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 bye. Might just be recovery time, that's all. You're probably not fully recovered. Mm, what a stadium. Cheers, Roy Sheen. That stadium is gorgeous. Oh yeah, I forgot Thierry Henry's at this game. Senegal's more of the defense than anything else, so I'm eager to see how they do it. If they do win, it'll cause a riot. They need Brahim Diaz to step up, though. Yeah, user. It just shows, like, no disrespect to everyone, but it just shows how bad the Premier League is this year. From those areas, just how bad it really is. It's crazy. But yeah, Morocco being the host nation, conveniently all the way up to the final. They might do in England. They've not won a trophy in 50 years. Morocco might do in England and bottle it. All depends on Sadio Mane in this half, though. That's a lot of empty seats. Wow. That's a lot of empty seats. Thousands of them. There's only one team I ever really want to win AFCON anyway, and that's Ivory Coast. So I don't really care who wins it after that. Yeah, John Obi Mikel's on the coaching, which is mental. Looks like people are coming back to their seats now, which is good. There's still a lot of empty seats. And this is why AFCON going every 4 years is bad. Fan interest will dwindle. They can't afford it. I've seen rumours that Palace might move for Ruben Amorim. It's shaped weirdly like the Etihad. Um, it's shaped like the Etihad with the Allianz Stadium, like the Juventus one, or the Allianz Arena. It's shaped like that, but it's the color lights are wild on this edge of the outside of the panels on the stadium. Second half is underway though. Mazraoui playing left back because Hakimi plays right back. Oh, lovely interception from Mazraoui on the ball upfield. Not bad. Yeah, Amorim's apparently rumoured to get the job. As for Tottenham, wouldn't surprise me if they try give the job to Glasner. I think Tottenham need to go for a winner and actually back them. Wise makes sense. I can see that though. The thing is, as well, considering how bad the Man United job is right now and how bad the ownership is, I do think Ruben Amorim does better at Tottenham than he ever would at Man United. He is available. Like, he's got the wing backs already there. He's got the midfield for a back three system. Like, it actually makes more sense. Yeah, exactly. Spot on, Billy. Spot on. Simone's Madison is number 10s and everything. Paulinho back in his midfield. Who he plays beside him in midfield, obviously, is a big determination, but he would be sorted there. Maybe Kulusevski in central midfield as well as a creator. But Pedro Porro at wing back is already there. Bissouma, he's got a lot there though. Van de Ven, Romero at centre back. He does need more natural sixes in the midfield, so Paulinho and Bissouma in midfield would actually be so effective. Maybe he plays Kulusevski as another 10 as well. Not going to lie, it would be very interesting if he went to Tottenham. And he could play out the back with Vicario as well. If he's leaving in the summer, then they would make a bit of decent money. Van de Ven's so good. If it wasn't for him, we would have won that fucking Europa League last season. The strikers at his disposal at Tottenham as well. He'd have some decent strikers to play with. I think Richarlison would be quite decent under him. Kolo Muani, yeah, he is not good enough. If they can get it right, who knows? I don't know if Solanke is the answer, but he might do well with him. I don't think Ruben Amorim needs a lot of signings to make it work at Tottenham. But it would be horrific if he went there for a Man United sake and he did well, because then it proves it wasn't his fault. Morocco playing a very weird set piece plan here. He only needs, I think, a left wing back. Like a natural left wing back, because I don't think Jed Spence is the answer. Unless he likes the winger fullback option as his wing backs, then Pedro Porro Kulusevski could work. Or Mikey Moore, if Rangers don't sign him permanently. Yeah, it didn't work for Thomas the Frank engine at Spurs. It didn't work. I think the reason why it didn't work is because he treated it like an underdog mentality, and Tottenham are not an underdog. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go from a mid-table club where you're perceived as an underdog to a big club, and Tottenham are a big club, but the same mentality. You have to take it bigger. Did you hear what Rio said about Victor Osimhen? No, what did that clown say now? Apart from the fact that him not going to the World Cup is crazy alongside Adamola Lookman. That's who Tottenham should sign if Man United didn't try it. Lookman. Really good player. If United go for him, he goes to United. I don't think United make a move for Osimhen. If United made a move for Osimhen, they would have done it long before then. Casually, I'm talking to you guys. I've got the football on one monitor, and then I'm beating somebody on Ultimate Team on the other monitor. Was down 3-1 after making stupid mistakes, and now I'm up 4-3 at half time. Diamond midfield, you know. Hakimi taking every free kick and corner for Morocco is wild. Thomas Frank would be your choice after David Moyes calls time. That's a decent progression. Oh, look at that. Of course he's there. Yeah. A certain former Ranger striker is at this game. On the bench. He could be on soon. And by that point, he'll be really good. Igamani is at this game. I wonder if he gets on the pitch. Really talented player. It's quite funny that I actually play my ultimate team in Flamengo home and away kits. But I've been watching a lot of Flamengo recently, and I'm like, I'm really happy to see Luis with what he's doing. I still wonder if they're going to sign Paqueta though. Guti, oh, 5-3. There you go. Back on top because I'm just that good. A Moroccan player down. Referee, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's Max Rawi. Classic Man United. The player goes down. I think he overstretched his leg. Yeah, he does. Oh, that looks nasty. I hope the quality of African football gets better and better because I want to see an African club win the World Cup. Like Ivory Coast, I would like to see. They never will, but I would just like it. Them or, to be fair, Morocco, just because of the defense and the tactical setup, I wouldn't mind if they did it. Nigeria were the best, like the two best striker in the. It'd be interesting if they ever make it to a World Cup again. Lamine. Yep, Morocco. Goals wise, Morocco are really good. How wild is that? An international tournament. Senegal have scored 12 goals at the tournament and there have been 8 different goal scorers. It's wild that. whereas Morocco have only had 3 different scorers. That just shows you as a team effort who's harder to beat. Mane was the only likable player from that Liverpool team, in my opinion. And then maybe Luis Diaz soon after, because I actually like Luis Diaz. Here's one in the chat. Who do you all think the next Man United manager is going to be? Adel Taarabt could have been great. It's still funny that he ended up in the same Milan team that included Kazuki Honda and Kaka. And an on-fire Jeremy Menez. I will never forget that. Oh! Oh, what a miss! That's a big chance missed by Morocco. Brahim Diaz as well, what a player. He should have really... He couldn't do any better for that assist. That's a big miss from Morocco. Nah, Adel Taaratt's a bigger waster than him. Ravel Morrison was just an absolute ding-dong. I hope Oliver Glasner isn't the next Man United manager. I want Luis Enrique. We can't afford to go and get another developing manager. I like Glasner though, don't get me wrong. But we need to, if we're supposed to win the league in 2028, we have to get that manager now. Otherwise, we're screwed. I want a top manager in the summer. I'd like an Enrique, a Nagelsmann, Tuchel. I do not want somebody who is, let's keep it realistic, all that crap. You know what I mean? Like, Man United have to go for a big one. But you know they won't because Ineos are just Glazers 2.0. And all the idiot fans that welcomed them in hate them all. Oh, that's a penalty. Thank you. I needed that. Nah, why on earth would you say De Serbi? Southgate, that's painful. Carrick, if he gets the job, I will actually die. But De Serbi, oh God, no. I know you're saying keep it realistic, but De Serbi. Oh, nearly scored that free kick. Damn. If De Serbi actually ever got the Man United job, I would be absolutely furious. It'd be just like giving Arteta the job. And I'm not kidding. If De Serbi would be like giving Arteta the job. And I've retaken the lead. Thank you. Big Sam. No. He can go back to Everton if he wants. I wouldn't mind Carlo Ancelotti. He's on my list as well. So's Diego Simeone. Don't concede to Havertz. Jesus Christ. Like my ideal manager list is my manager list is Enrique, Nagelsmann, Ancelotti, Tuchel, Flick. That's my top five, and then Simeone is in there as well. An African Nations League, an African Nations League. Okay, come on, we've got to win this game. Dembele. Oh, he's offside. That's because we chose to go with somebody who knows the club. Well, he clearly didn't. Because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't know that winning matters. Whereas Ancelotti was like, he understood that winning's all that matters. Papan! There we go. I've won this game. One shot, one goal. Oh, that was really good by Morocco, but they should have scored. I'm not losing this game now. Or dropping it. I'm winning. If you actually look at it, none of the ex-Man United players played under Sir Alex Ferguson have actually been successful. None of them. I think that says a lot, really. Terrifying, actually. There's Nicholas Jackson, who has no future at Bayern. No worries, mate. I'll be bouncing off in a moment anyway. I need to get like a shower and all that for tomorrow. I'll go in 5 minutes. Since Smallville's back on Netflix, even though I've got it on so many things, I'll be watching more of that. Yeah, he still needs that experience. I could see him at the West Ham job. He would be decent at West Ham if they stay up. Bournemouth, it's a interesting one. Depends on Iraola. Ah, 1-0. Easy goal that. Ronaldo. Niakati's a good player, like. Earlier on, I did a second episode stream of the United Career Mode I did. Top of the league. Beat Arsenal 6-0. First game of the season. Then I beat Fulham 5-0 away. 4-4-2 diamond. Absolutely brutalizing. The 4-4-2 diamond as Man United manager. I'm like, yes, that'll do. It's not about the system, it's about just being good. Good defending there from Morocco. Why would you not put brief? Oh, oh fuck! That's a nasty cut. Oh shit! Dan, switch on the Afcon. There's massive blood on the game. Oh, he headbutted him right in the face. Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, there's no way he's carrying on. Adel Tarat. Just kidding. It's not Max Rawi, it's another player. But it looks like they're about to bring on yeah, they might be bringing on Amrabat. It's nasty. Huge gash on his face. Alright, Abul, how you doing? AFCON final, mate. Big massive blood in the cup. Malik Diouf is fine, which is absolutely funny, but he's headbutted the player in the face trying to defend a corner for Morocco against Senegal, and he's attacking it for Senegal against the Moroccan defender. And the Moroccan defender's eye and nose is covered in blood. Huge cut. Nasty. That's one way to make sure Morocco don't win the AFCON, I suppose. He's got an ice pack on his skull, Malik Diouf. The other boy's down. Benjamin Mendy. It's been a good final, this. Yeah, it's wild the amount of blood. I seen someone the other day saying Luis Enrique is not a good shout for the Man United manager because he doesn't develop players or he doesn't improve players. And I'm like, Usman Dembele, mate. Doesn't he improve players? What's he done to him then? I'm like, that's just somebody who really doesn't understand football. If Man United want the best football and the best manager, then absolutely he is. I don't know why anybody would not want him. He develops young players. He has a fantastic playing style of football, and he wins trophies. And he's the only one who's made PSG what matters. A European powerhouse that can win European trophies. De Zerbi, just because he's just because of the fact he wanted Greenwood is why I don't want him. He shouldn't get the United job anyway. Luis Enrique would be the fucking perfect Man United manager. Because he's not typically Barcelona football as well. That's what I like about him. He plays possession football, but he likes the high press. He loves to use the counter attack. He loves to play with freedom as well, even though it's a tactical setup that matters. Like, he's such a good, understanding manager. Why would you not want that? It's how tiki taka should be, not the Pep nonsense. It's just that's why I prefer Enrique's Barca to Pep's Barca. That's what I like about him, eh? It's not the typical Spanish way. It's a mixture of playing styles. That's true. Are you hearing this commentator? He is so insensitive. He's so insensitive, this commentator. Whoever this commentator is, I hope he never he never gets to commentate a European football game. Shut up, you dick. I think Southgate makes sense for Palace, and I actually think they should go for him. No, it's not Keown, but it would surprise me if he is the African Keown. I actually do think Southgate would do well for Palace. It's tailor made for him. He's like, oh, these players should kick up a fuss because the player who's had a head injury, they could have taken him off the field just to bandage him up. Morocco will be at a disadvantage, but just play on. No, you want to protect the player for fuck's sake. Who cares if it's a 10-minute break? Who cares if it's a 10-minute break? If he's still on the field, oh, just get him off the pitch. Just get him off the pitch. No. Fucking retards, the lot of them. Nicholas Jackson and Messina are wrestling on the field, funny. Clotheslined him, then he went for a belly-to-belly suplex. It's called defending, you spanner. That's what the point was. This commentator's mother should have swallowed. I'm not kidding. Eight minutes, 28 seconds. That's good. No, you're not. Yeah, they're allowing the game to continue now, yeah. Nearly 9 minutes the game was delayed for, which is good. Protecting the player welfare. Good for the referee for ignoring the players. And a triple substitution as well. Nice. Good for Senegal making the changes now. Reacting to Morocco's injury, and they're like, we'll bring 3 players on. Wait, what PSG player is that? That's coming on? Is that young midfielder? I want Morocco to lose just because it's in Morocco and it would be so funny if they lost. It's their first final since 2009, I believe, and they lost that to Cameroon. But if they lose this, it'll just be so fucking hilarious. I wanted Ivory Coast to get this position, but they failed. Oh, Ishmael Sarr's coming on. He's a good player. Big pace for Senegal, that. Njai. Oh, he's the PSG boy. Alright, okay. Yeah, Ishmael Sarr is dangerous. Exactly. What is the point? That's exactly it. What's the point? That's why I want Enrique. Just go back to the four at the back and just get on with it. That Aguerd is good as well. There's a lot of good Moroccan players and there's a lot of good Senegal players, but it's just now's the time. Yeah, City will still catch Arsenal. Even if Arsenal beat us next week, City will still catch them. Arsenal, don't know how they did not win yesterday. Like, I genuinely have no idea. Yeah, we've got Arsenal next week. I think we'll have a very. I think we might struggle, but if we play like we did, then we stand a little bit of a chance. But when Arsenal defend with fucking 10 men behind the ball, it's going to be fucking solid to deal with. True. The way we press the ball against City, though, if we do that, then we've got a chance. Slim chance, but we have a chance. Saka's shit. Saka's genuinely the worst English player in English football. I genuinely don't rate Saka at all. He's so overrated. That's because his career's always given a purpose against Man United. He's shit. Decent defending from Akimi against Nicholas Jackson there. It's really good work. Exactly. It's shit I don't have an overlay because I would have showed this game on screen if I had an overlay for it, but I just don't have it. Donnarumma's good. I like the goalkeeper we do have though, but he is a good goalkeeper, Donnarumma. Let me just put this back into the TV. To be fair, it wouldn't matter if we'd signed Donnarumma. There's still issues within the team that matters. Yeah, that's true. I think that was Idrissa Gay. Senegal have played really well. Mane versus Hakimi has been such a fun clash. That's mental. Half volley cross. El Nesri's playing well. Yusuf Bono, he's a good goalkeeper. It's crazy he's in Saudi now when he was carrying Sevilla from the net. There'll be 9 minutes added on. Well, actually, probably about 12 minutes added on. The way it's looking, I think they will go all the way to penalties. It depends on the added time. I think there will be about close to 12 minutes. The 9 minute delay plus the usual 2-3 minutes they add on. Morocco on the attack. Brahim Diaz, who chose Morocco over Spain. Terrible cross. Absolutely terrible. El Canous, utter shite. Yeah, Morocco did get away with that one. Mane on the ball. Lovely pass. Hap Gay. Swiping it sideways. not long ways. I lost my voice. He certainly is that. Looks like it's an injury change for Morocco. So many ball people in high ranking football manager culturals these days. Fucking baldy bastards. For a moment, I thought the guy there doing the substitution thing, I thought that was fucking Sebastian Veron. Now, I will not leave the ball people alone. You lot are invading the jobs. Oh, this player's gone off in tears. Shut up, you pussy. Oh, be substituted. Shut up. Yeah, Senegal have had some decent chances, but they're not fucking doing what matters. I mean, I'm not surprised by what Roy Keane's been doing for quite some time. It's a good save by Bono, though. Like, I see when it comes to Roy Keane, he just talks. He has his days where he's really good, and there's days where he just chats so much shit. I can't be arsed with him. Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, wankers as well. Gary Neville, biggest cunt on the planet. Worse than Carragher. Owen Hargreaves is the only Man United pundit I listen to that actually talks sense. Gary Neville's trying to get in my good books by saying give Simeone the job, and it makes me sick. Big chance for Morocco, and they've wasted it. You know what? Before I go, you know what? I'm gonna have a shower, but I'm gonna order myself McDonald's for my tea. I can't. I've had some good cooking over the week that I've done myself. Now I'm gonna treat myself. No, Nicky Butt. Nah, nah. Nicky Butt's up there for idiots. No, I don't want Domino's. Nicky Butt for all the shit he was saying about Lissandro Martinez. Nah, get him in the bin. Saying that Haaland was going to have Martinez in his back pocket. That's how you know that he doesn't care. I said McDonald's. I don't want a Galaxy caramel. No, I don't eat the red meat from there. No caramel sauce, thank you. I'm not having 20 nuggets. No. Chicken sandwich, 2 meal chickens with a strawberry milkshake and a Galaxy McFlurry. After the week I've had, I deserve this. Yeah, I've seen that. To be fair, it's the right decision. It's the right decision. Like, he does push him to the ground. It is soft, but it is the right decision. Like, 8 minutes added on. That's it. It's the right decision. Nicholas Jackson's being replaced. Your rent's due, mate. Sharif Njai replaces Nicholas Jackson. I think the referee's going to get sent off. Sorry, not the referee. The Senegal coach. Salah Eddine. He replaces Saibari. Or Saibari, or whatever the fuck he's called. The Tunisian barber that I was at literally 2 weeks ago was like, if Morocco win the World Cup, I'll be fucking furious. I might pop into his barber shop tomorrow, just see how he's doing. Nice upfield pass from Mazraoui. He's offside. Good defending there, but he is offside. El Nesri. He's more offside than the fucking Pope. Oh, that is such a cool fan for Senegal. That is cool. I like when Senegal fans do that. Oh. Senegal fans are just amazing when they do their signals and stuff. Corner for Morocco, into the box. Defended well. Talahim. Here's Broken Skull on the ball. I just wanted that for a joke. Brahim Diaz. Shite cross from Brahim Diaz. No wonder the Spanish were happy to let him go play for Morocco. They're like, pfft. What? Why are you complaining for a penalty, you spanner? This is what the Tunisian guy said. All Morocco does is they argue with the referees and the rest in their back pocket. Look at that. Look at this. Someone take him by the neck and fucking deck him one. That's not a penalty. Shut up. So he's going to the screen. That's not a penalty. Shut up. That's not a penalty. If this is a penalty, fucking Morocco don't deserve this. This is scummy. Diaz went down. Exactly. He goes down so easy. That's not a penalty. Look at him. Fuck off. You scummy bastard, you. Nah, this is not a penalty. If this is a penalty, this is crooked. I'm sorry. Senegal deserve this, and if this is a penalty to Morocco, I hope Senegal fucking super kick them all. You're slightly ahead of me, Abel. Thanks for ruining it. That's ridiculous. That's not a fucking penalty. Look at all that crowding the referee. Fuck off. Scummy fucking pussy-o wanksting cockwomble cunt. Senegal fans, I'm with you. This is scummy. Nah, I'm sorry, but this is disgusting behaviour. Fucking, that's the most ginger Moroccan I've ever seen. This is how, exactly, because he knows that Morocco are on the take. He's the host, it's the host nation. I'm sorry, nah, this is dodgy. Ishmael Sarr kicking off, fucking good man. Scummy fucking idiotic bastards, man. Nah, I'm sorry. If you're from Senegal, if you're a Senegalese fan, you're being fucking mugged off by these. That's not a fucking penalty. Any day of the week. This is bullshit. Utter fucking bullshit. You spineless, baldy bastard. Malik Diouf has now been booked as well. It's not a penalty. Right, I'm not going to read the chat because you guys are slightly ahead of me. Someone better chokeslam Brahim Diaz through us. Like, exactly. Mount's pen should have counted as well. Exactly. That's not a penalty. El Nesri will probably score though. I love how these Senegal players are fucking sticking right into the Morocco players. Like, mate, you're just cheats. This is wrong. This is so wrong. We're 3 hours into this stream and now we're getting controversy. This is how Benjamin Mendy does his job for the first time in his life. Shocking behaviour. Money talks, the referee takes it. Come on, Senegal. Come on, Benjamin Mendy. Never a fucking penalty. Ashraf Hakimi has been taking every set piece tonight. Coincidence he's not taking a penalty. He's taking all the corners, he's taking all the free kicks, but he won't take a penalty. Even Nicholas Jackson's arguing with the Moroccan referee, the Moroccan manager, going, "Come on, look at all these people are on their phone making phone calls. What the fuck?" Wow, the Senegal players are walking off. Wow. They've actually all left the field. This is mental. It's not a penalty. I feel bad for Senegal. Like, he does have his hand on him, right? We can see it. He has the hand on him, but he's not fucking yanking him down. Diaz goes down so easy. It's not a penalty. This is what's wrong with football. This is the longest wait I've ever seen for a penalty in my life. I've never seen this before. Like, here's the thing. If you're not giving the if you're not giving the Senegal goal for the same soft decision, why are you giving a penalty? Make that make sense. Soft penalty, soft free kick, on the fucking take. Make that make sense. Host nation, money in the pocket. I feel bad for Senegal. They've been cheated. They have genuinely been cheated out of this. Morocco are good enough to win this game on their own. They need the referee. But you know that people are going to go, "Oh, hooray. Well done." Scummy. If they're going to give the penalty and let them score, just keep the Senegal players up, standing at pitch side on the touchline. Just leave them be. The Senegal players are already angry. Just keep them there. At least if they score, it's game over. This is so bad. This is so bad. Yeah. I haven't seen a pitch walk off this bad since Serie A 2 years ago with a thrown banana. Or when Lukaku took all the Napoli players off a couple of years ago. The players have actually been told, no, get back on here. Wow. All right, look, Bart, how you doing? Moroccan players are now doing a huddle. This is so fucking funny. This game was supposed to finish 10 minutes ago. Just put Benjamin Mendy on the field, get the penalty over and done with, and then just walk away because this is going to get worse. This is going to get so much worse. Just let it go. He might have had his hand on him, but he didn't pull him down. This pundit is a spanner. May as well just go to penalties at this rate. This is bad for all African players, like. You can't give a soft penalty if you've disallowed a goal for a soft free kick. John Obi Mikel rightfully kicking off. Good man. John Obi Mikel is the only person here talking sense. Mendy's back on the field. I hope Mendy just. I hope he just goes. That's what I would do. Just stand there. Fair play to them for coming back to the field, but they've been done dirty. No one's the winner. They've all been scummed over. They didn't even bring on Igamani. Fuck you, Morocco. They're trying to force Benjamin Mendy to get on his line. They're actually pushing him. That's so wrong. El Haj Juf. Well, Mendy's been booked. Are you going to book Brahim Diaz for being soft as hell? No. Shame. I've been calling him Benjamin Mendy. That's a shame. Edouard Mendy, you've been screwed over, mate. Been calling him Benjamin Mendy. I was like, shit, that's not his name. I've never seen that in a cup final before. Like, in any shape or form. I think the last international walkout was 1982. France game. A goal was disallowed over a whistle. Can't remember what the country was called. France still won the game anyway. the opposition players were like, there was a whistle, so you can't give the goal. So they disallowed the France goal. So the French players walked off, and then they brought them back on. Brahim Diaz is getting the penalty to take. I hope he walks up and just goes like, whack someone. Please save Mendy. Please save. I don't think he's going to. This referee, I hope, never manages a game again, like officiates a game again. I hate the fact that Diaz was a former Milan player. I'm done with him. Cheat. The whistle's been blown. Here we go. What the heck? Oh, this is beautiful. That is the best form of karma I've ever seen. Went for the Panenka and fucked it up. Get it up here, you ding dong. The Senegal manager's laughing. Love it. Mendy's like, easy catch. Let's play some dodgeball. Karma's a bitch. Mendy putting Brahim in his back pocket. Absolutely. Nah, there's no way Man United are looking at fucking Niko Kovac. No chance. I'm just going to casually quote tweet this and say, what? Not Kovac. He's not good enough. Right. Folks, I'm going to bounce because I think extra time is going to be funny. So I think we should all go and watch and enjoy it. I'll see you all Tuesday. Bye.